down PCH. And those are hazards as fire crews and emergency personnel are trying to respond to situations, of course. And it seems that the flames and the fire are not going away. There are new eruptions like these happening, lighting up the sky once again tonight with just complete heartbreak. And it's so scary. You know, when I was just waiting to go on here and listening to Mike talking about the new evacuation orders and warnings, you know, in my head I'm kind of going through a Rolodex of who do I know in those areas. You know, I have 3.
Okay, so it's crazy because, like, I requested a load to LA, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do when I get there. But it is the 7th. So just see the good guy, Rigo and Leo did a compilation thing, and they're Holy Ghost believers, and they are pure. So that's really encouraging. Got some kid folk in the hospital. Asked for prayer for, you know, the ailment. Wound up with prayer for redemption and complete unification back to the Lord, which is actually what the fella needs. Okay, let's try this out here. My son, keep my words and treasure my commands within you. Keep my commands and live. And my law as an apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister. And call understanding your dearest kin. That they may keep you from the immoral woman. From the seductress who flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through the lattice, and I saw some of the simple. I perceived among them the youths, the young man devoid of understanding, passing along the street near her corner. And he took the path to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark of night. But there a woman met him with the attire of a harlot and a crafty heart. She was loud and rebellious. Her feet would not stay at home. At times she was outside, at times in the open square, lurking at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him. With an impudent face she said to him, I have peace offerings with me. Today I have paid my vows, so I came out to meet you diligently, to seek your face. And I have found you. I have spread my bed with tapestry, colored coverings of Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not home. He has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him and will come home on the appointed day. With her enticing speech, she caused him to yield. With her flattering lips, she seduced him. Immediately he went after her as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till an arrow struck his liver, as a bird hastens to the snare. He did not know it would cost his life. Now therefore, listen to me, my children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths. For she has cast down many wounded, and all who were slain by her were strong men. Her house is the way to hell, descending to the chambers of death. Whoa! 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 There's several parts of the Bible that says, woe unto the whatever. The fires of hell, her ways lead to the fires of hell. Okay. Meanwhile, in Hollywood,
live in this city, and you know, I just want to make sure that
where
everybody is
dressed like
paying
harlots
attention
down
and
at the
alert
beach.
and listening and following directions when they need to go. And you know, as I said at the beginning, I really didn't think I was going to be coming back here and seeing this again, but but here we are.
And I'm just going to say this, Lori. From where we left you last night, I almost thought, well, are those the same structures that we saw burning last night? But no, if that's the case, they would have been burned to the ground already, which they probably are, unfortunately. But these are new homes, or this is like a new set of homes that have actually started to burn. And so very unusual.
That's right. You know, we came from... Yeah, I mean, absolutely, so very unusual. You know,
okay, so what's the chances of that?
Today.
Okay, so if you guys been watching the channel, you know that God works through these situations. Okay, now I'm sitting here, I was just cooking and stuff. You know what I mean? I put a stick of butter, some onions, and a roast in there. Then I cut it all up. Now I'm just letting that steam come off till it makes a nice dipping sauce in the bottom. And this is going to be tomorrow's. So if you cook it today, eat it tomorrow, it tastes better. But woe unto thee that goes to the harlot. Man. And then on the fire, and that's right on the beach. Look at that. That's the beach. That's where everybody just gets plumb naked and go out there and swim. They're just in their underbreeches out there being lewd. And then everybody looking at it, and then they like trick them into it. Then they try to give them, they say here with the perfume. And they say, oh, you know, we can dance until the sun rises and all this kind of stuff. And then it says, this is straight out of the Bible. Straight out. Okay, let's wait for it to focus. Her house is the way to hell, descending to the chambers of death. Does not wisdom cry out and understanding lift up her voice? That's a different, that's 8. But 7 here is talking about that harlot. Therefore listen to me, my children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths. All right, don't dress like that. Don't act like that. Don't put yourself in that situation. For she has cast down many wounded. Okay, so you got to protect your heart. You got to protect your heart. And all who were slain by her were strong men. Okay, so these dudes ain't no punk. Her house is the way to hell, descending to the chambers of death. All right, y'all. That's Proverbs 7. It's the 7th. I think it's the 7th. I think it's the 7th. It might be the 8th. Anyway, that's Proverbs 7 right there. That good old Bible. Man, save your life. All right, Raquel, go get them.